We're Bandits on the Run. We're a band and a bunch of actors from Brooklyn, New York.
You can see here that we are filming this radio, and the idea is that we're gonna be able to see the sun going down and the magical radio coming up.
It's been a wild ride.
Yeah, it's been so much fun. We've just been running around all over this space. And
We were just talking about how it's crazy that 6 months ago we were writing songs about radios, and then we got the chance to write a whole play about it.
yeah, it's really incredible.
Hi, my name is Sergio. I am the director of the band The End of the World.
Over there is the offices of the Goodwill Theatre, the Firehouse building, which is our nerve center, and then in here is the Goodwill Theatre proper, the historic building, and in just a minute we're going to go inside.
The opportunity to be able to make work during the pandemic is really, really special, and I actually think that Prospect Theatre is so ahead of the curve in terms of thinking ahead to what we're going to be creating during this time.
Prospect Theatre Company has really given us the opportunity to bring back that theatrical community, which I think so many of us are hungry for. We had a full design team, a full company of actors, producers.
I think we've made something that I can't really put into a box, which I think is cool. It's like a whole new experience of music and visual storytelling.
To be doing a theater piece on film in a theater, in the Goodwill Theatre in particular, is just like...
And it's got this old beauty, and it's like gritty and gorgeous at the same time.
This building has been well loved over the years, and that there has been a lot of exciting endeavors that have happened just behind these doors that are now boarded up, and we're excited to be bringing life back into it, excited to be bringing the performing arts back to the Goodwill Theatre.
Y'all are visionary.
Yes.
Yes, the Vision series. Yes. How about our nurse, by the way?
Oh my God! Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nail beds, everybody.
Yeah, wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Yes.
Even the elbows sometimes.
Y'all are the best. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, we're packed up. We're saying goodbye. Bye until the next show, which is
Until the next project.
bye-bye.
Bye.
So we are at the abandoned tennis court in Binghamton, and we are shooting Unravel.
I kind of thought it was going to be this like dingy tennis court, but in reality it's kind of like a secret garden out here.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I'm gonna pan around now.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to show.
See the garden?
What were you guys doing all day?
All day?
I was in the basement of the theater installing, like, it feels like hundreds, but it really is like 24 lights into the floor. So when they kick on, they have like a blast of light through the ground. And then we had a bunch of haze, and it looked really awesome.
Okay, guys, this is a hazer, and I'm down here in the basement, and I'm gonna be fanning the haze through the holes in the ceiling because they're filming upstairs.
Supposed to be take 2, Mark.
I'm fanning. Can you see me fanning? You have like a more consistent technique than I do. Plus you're standing closer to the holes.
It's been a whirlwind 3 days, but so rewarding. There are just some shoots where you know that what you're getting in camera is going to be excellent when it comes out, and I think we have to experiment with some mooches. We have to like I don't know how this thread's going to like move through the air.
It was just incredibly fun and challenging and scary, spooky.
The Goodwill Theatre really provided that setting that we needed for us, and it was a really special opportunity to use such a beautiful space in a non-traditional way.
I direct and choreograph musicals, and also I have my own dance company, Thistle Dance. And we are so happy to be partnering with Prospect.
In the house of the Goodwill Theatre, you had a scene there, and then I later on shot a scene below the house, and that moment was really special, and that was also thanks to Adam's lighting. It was such a beautiful moment where you're dancing and the lights are projecting up through holes in the floor, and then when I, later on below the theater, they're projecting back down. And it's this moment where you could really, I felt connected to you, watching what you did and then going on and doing the same thing below where you were.
It's nice to have an editing eye while you're directing and while you're choreographing, because it helps you to kind of sequence for when you're editing and make sure you have those cuts and those moments that you were really searching for.
Kristen Sandler is a damn genius, and she's going to take the arts world by storm, so watch out.
I thought the car shoot was like some groovy film thing, you know? Or then I found out it was a talisman. The car shoot, yes.
I've just had the privilege of bringing Belva Lockwood, a circa 19th century forward-thinking woman, onto the set of this incredible and yet old and out-of-use theater.
I was just a part of the Belva Lockwood musical, which was super exciting. I am the music director, and I also played the role of Clara, who comes as an emissary to come ask Belva to consider running for president.
She paved the way for women, even today. We lost Ruth Bader Ginsburg last Thursday, and so I've chosen to do my interview under her portrait.
I just love the image of her riding out into the night like Don Quixote tilting at the windmill on her tricycle in pursuit of this impossible quest.
We get to celebrate the strong women of our past who are such an inspiration now and hopefully continue to be an inspiration, especially as we bring some of them more to light for where they...
It would still be a blueprint for the next girl.
5 cents a miracle, come on, give it a try. If Peter walked on water,
why can't I?
Well, I'm just so happy to have gotten to do theater during this time. I'm so grateful to Prospect Theater Company, to the Goodwill Theatre for hosting us and for letting us be creative and to play with each other. It's something that I've honestly truly missed, is this amazing collaboration and the creation of new art. And so I feel so fulfilled.
Be able to figure out a way with resilience from Prospect Theater Company and Cara to figure out how to create something in this time with people has been a really cool experience, and to feel as safe as I've felt in that process while still getting to be as creative and playful as I've always gotten to be in shows.
Really creating a musical for film, you know, where there is no audience here. And so kind of finding a way to give the viewer sometimes what an audience might see, and then other times, you know, close-up shots and things that are a bit more cinematic that they wouldn't see, and how can we kind of marry those together. So I'm really excited to see how it turns out, because I think what we've captured is we feel like we're in a theater and we don't feel like we're watching a movie, and we've kind of maybe captured that like magical feeling of watching people live in a space.
It's been a really cool experience, and that theater is unbelievable. I remember we walked in the first day and just were floored. First of all, being back in a theater, and then to see this one in particular, how it just felt like we were in some amazing creative space that just had such a good energy.
We're here, it's a rainy day. It is our second to last day of filming for this residency.
It's a day in the life of Angel, or Lady Apsara. We start in her bedroom, then we make our way to her bathroom, then we make our way to her meditation station, then we make our way to her closet, then we make our way to the subway, then we walk through the door to the rehearsal room.
Hello, I'm Apsara Desai. Most people know me as Angel Desai, but Apsara is actually my given name.
What was it like to be back here in your town where you grew up making this movie?
Oh my gosh, it was so wild and wonderful. Favorite moments? Favorite moments are tricky for me. I don't ever have one favorite, but some favorites are playing all together as a band on stage in the old theater, in the old space. I mean, that was so fun to have the music ring out in the space and to just be together on the stage, making noise and jumping around was so fun.
This is called the Viper. It's a 6-string electric violin invented by Mark Wood. I don't think Mark Wood invented electric violins, but he invented this. He calls it the Viper, this particular design.
Cool. And it attaches so you don't have to hold it. It just stays right up there. Yes! Debbie, what are you playing?
I'm playing my 5-string bass. Because
Cool.
4 strings isn't enough. Like, four,
Yeah.
4 strings isn't enough.
Yeah, it was a breakneck, crazy speed, but it was super fun. I haven't played rock and roll in so long.
How did you like acting?
Oh, that was an amazing experience. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to curve my nerve, like shaking hands.
We had so much fun doing this. This space is incredible. Not only the firehouse, but the theater itself is so gorgeous, and it was a pleasure to shoot.
Getting to work during this time when many people are not being able to do this kind of thing, I feel incredibly grateful and honored to be able to do that. It's been a bright little moment in such a dark time.
Realize how much I miss what we do until we got to do it again. And I know that sounds a little cliche, but I have felt so safe with you all. I felt like I've gotten to learn with you all. I felt really taken care of by you all in this whole process. I haven't been this happy in so long. I've gone to bed so tired the past couple of days, but it feels so different from the kind of tired that I've been going to bed the past 7 months. So thank you all for making me that tired. And thank you all for being willing to be that tired together.
This is our last day of filming.
It is.
What's on your mind?
What's on my mind is packing up and going home.
Okay.
Well, what's really cool about this is that every show had its own moment to shine, and they all are very unique. We really did feature every single aspect of the theater over the course of 4 films, and that was very exciting.
This last piece, I really loved the different genres we touched on, because there's Bollywood, there was rock and roll, there was jazz, and so we got to play with 3 distinct aesthetics for each of those pieces, which was awesome.
This is our last day here, and so just heading into the theater for our final day of shooting. Ooh, it's hazy again. Haze makes all the difference. It's kind of warm in here. Look at that beautiful stage.
She's glowing. She's glowing.
Yes.
It's been a great experience. We had an amazing team here. The production and the designers. It's been wonderful to work with them, and we made a really well-oiled machine team. We all tried to adapt as much as we could to address all the needs and really fast.
The first job I got when I moved to New York out of college was with Prospect Theater and on Einstein's Dreams, and so coming back here to literally my hometown and then having you guys come here has been really cool.
We've packed up the car with the rental sound gear, and they're getting ready to depart. All right. Bye.
You're hanging around.
like I could get into a wagon and find you somehow. But as fast as I ride or as far as I go, you won't be next to me singing to the radio. They say when the flood comes to ride the waves, you'll be lost at sea for days and days.